After being rejected when he wanted to get intimate, the man suddenly noticed that his dog had jumped onto the bed and lifted his wife's clothes. After being scolded, the dog sniffed the woman's stomach. Then it came to the edge of the bed and suddenly started barking wildly. The couple told the dog to be quiet, but the dog took a step back and barked even louder. It only stopped when the woman got angry, but its eyes were fixed on the woman's stomach. The woman finally realized something and hurriedly took out a pregnancy test kit and found that she was indeed pregnant. But neither of them looked happy because the dog, Xiaobai, had once been a stray and was often bullied by children on the street. Until one day, the kind woman stood in front of it and brought the dog home, but her husband had always opposed taking it in, fearing the dog might harm the unborn baby. But the woman refused to let it roam the streets again. Her husband reluctantly agreed for now. Soon the baby was born, a daughter. The woman just arrived home, holding the infant to show the dog. But Xiaobai suddenly barked wildly, scaring the baby in her arms into wailing. The husband saw this and flew into a rage. He had already had enough of this stray dog. He took the opportunity to lock the dog in the yard. It stayed locked up for a week, no matter how much his wife pleaded. It was no use, until one day, the dog suddenly noticed that the neighbor's dog could play so happily with its owner. This heartwarming scene deeply moved it. It looked back at the house, its eyes filled with thought. That night, the couple was awakened by their daughter's cries. They were about to go check on the sound when it suddenly stopped. They thought their daughter was in danger, but when they entered the baby's room, they were stunned. They saw that the dog had somehow run inside and stuck its mouth into the crib. The man thought the dog was going to harm his daughter, so he locked it outside. But not long after, it suddenly spotted the black dog passing through the living room and barked to signal it to help open the door. The black dog was very smart and actually ran over to open the door for the dog. The dog didn't have time to thank it before rushing back inside. The black dog didn't mind and even closed the door behind it as it left to show its loyalty. The dog stayed by the little girl's door all night. But the next morning, the man saw this and wasn't moved. He even asked the dog why it kept bothering his daughter. Luckily, the woman saw its good intentions. She knew that the dog, which had a fear of children, had made a big change. The two went to the bed to check, and found that the daughter was sleeping soundly, and it seemed like they hadn't heard any crying that night. Was all of this the dog's doing? Seeing the dog clearly wanting to approach, but then meekly backing away in a pitiful manner, the man finally let go of his prejudice and agreed to let the dog get close to his daughter again. They held the child and gestured for the dog to come over. This time, the dog was very obedient. It waited for the owner's permission before cautiously approaching the baby, earning itself the opportunity to stay in the home. Adopting this stray dog was the greatest honor for their family. In the days that followed, the dog took on the task of caring for the little girl. It eagerly rushed to throw away every soiled diaper. When the little one ate, it would lie beneath her, cleaning up any fallen food. Gradually, the daughter learned to walk. One day, as she climbed the stairs by herself, her mother grew worried. But seeing the dog acting as a railing, patiently guiding her daughter, the mother's worries instantly faded. From then on, the dog helped the little master up and down the stairs every day. Though repetitive, the dog never tired of it and kept it up faithfully. And so, with its constant companionship, the girl gradually grew up. Soon, it was time for her to start school. The dog then took on the role of teacher.
June, 18 bagi 6 berapa?
The girl wrote it down with full confidence. Even more surprisingly, it wouldn't let anyone disturb the girl's studies, not even her own father.